Well, hello there, Cryptowisers. It's your good friend Milton here with another video for you. Today, I'm going to be having a peek and seeing what's been going on in the Sui ecosystem. If you watch this channel, you know that Sui and the Sui ecosystem, this is a big play for me in this crypto bull run. I just think from a risk reward standpoint, Sui has a ton of amazing things going for it. And so I'm going to be allocating a ton of my crypto bags to Sui and the ecosystem. So going to be checking in on it on a regular basis here on the channel. Let me know in the comments, are you a fan of Sui? Are you invested in it? Are you checking out the ecosystem, keeping an eye on it? Let me know in the comments. Or if you're not, let me know why you're not, why you think I might be wrong about Sui being one of the major success stories this crypto bull run. First of all, let me say thanks to everyone who's been checking out my recent videos. This last video I made was on a new Web3 game. Well, the game's not new, but they just launched their token, and that is the Pirates of Ireland. And before that, I put out a video, this one here, the ultimate guide to analyzing crypto tokenomics. And actually, that's where I want to start today's video. But before I do, would you do me a favor and smash that like button so that other people can find this video and Cryptowise in general? Much appreciated. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you waiting for? Please do me the favor and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you put those notification bells on so that you know every time I publish a new video. All right, so in this video here, this guide to tokenomics, where I walk through basically all the essential questions I ask myself about a project's tokenomics when I'm doing my research on whether I want to invest or not. And in that video, I talked about Sui and Sui tokenomics, but there was some confusion at that time because Token Unlocks actually had some wrong data about the Sui unlock. There's was a recent very large Sui unlock of the Sui token, and Token Unlocks, unfortunately, at that time had the wrong data and said that that was not happening until the end of this month, which was not correct. And now they've changed that. They've updated that. So the big unlock on Sui actually has happened. So we no longer have to worry about that, which is amazing. So it was on the 1 year anniversary of Sui, May 3rd. There was a huge unlock. Almost 40% of the existing circulating supply that is now out in the market got unlocked on May 3rd, which of course is a very scary proposition before something like that happens. But you know what's amazing is the price, how strong the price has stayed since then. We did see a dip, a pretty substantial dip in Sui, a little bit more than the overall market, but not actually too much more. This is what I'm amazed at. So the unlock happened here on the 3rd, and the price was about $1.10. And then, so since then, we did have a dip. We had it down to just under $1, and then it kind of bounced back up, and then it kind of cratered a couple of days ago and went all the way down below 90 cents for a tiny while. But now it's up basically back to where it was before the big unlock. Guys, I got to say, no one's more bullish on Sui, and even I am very pleasantly surprised at that. That is incredible strength in terms of the 40% of a token circulating supply coming unlocked. And after a few days, it's back to where it was. That's kind of mind-blowing. But there is good reason for it. One, I think, obviously, a lot of the unlocks are VCs that have invested in Sui, a lot of the private sale. And this is a lesson in crypto. One, not all private sales, not all VCs are created equally. I've seen projects allow certain people in their private sale that they really shouldn't have. To be honest, a lot of the time it's influencers, and those guys just dump right away. But clearly Sui is a huge project, and they probably have the cream of the crop in terms of VC investors who are in for the long term and clearly see that the Sui token is just getting started and that this is not the time for them to be taking profits, even though a lot of those people got in at 10 cents. So they've already 10x'd on that initial buy-in from the IDO price if they were able to get in at that price, and yet they see much more potential clearly. Or if it's not that, then if they are selling there is a whole lot of buying pressure and a lot of people who were waiting on this big dip and bought up. So anyway, that is great to see. From a fundamental standpoint, I mean, Sui is just always getting kind of good news about it. This is something that CoinGecko did. This was basically them measuring who were the fastest blockchains. And they did this report. This report came out April 6th, and Solana won this report. The report states that on April 6th, the average daily number of transactions per second on Solana reached 1,504. And a lot of this had to do with the meme coin craze on Solana. We also know that same meme coin craze basically shut Solana down for a weekend, and that was pretty terrible. But look who ranks number 2 on this list, Sui. It's only been out a year. Its average was 854 TPS. Pretty incredible, just on the heels of Solana. And look, I love Solana too, don't get me wrong. I am not bashing Solana at all. I have a huge investment in it. It's one of my big bags. But because it was the big winner in the last bull run, it's already back over $160 right now. It's reached close to 200 recently. Again, I'm just measuring all of this from risk reward. I think Solana's going to do great this bull run. It might stay ahead of Sui in many of the kind of main categories. But in terms of potential price increase, I think Sui just has so much more potential there and has very little risk, in my opinion, at least in the short term. But it is like it's crushing chains that have been around for a few years. BSC crushing it. I remember when BSC came out and it was just so much faster than Ethereum. It was just so easy to use, fast, cheap. It was amazing. And it had no competitors. And I was using BSC like crazy. Look at that. It's under 400 TPS. And that one feels pretty fast. And now you've got Sui crushing it. You've got Solana crushing it. And then the EVM chains, you can see like the layer 2s, yes, they're cheaper than Ethereum and they're faster than Ethereum, but they're nowhere close to what Sui is doing or Solana. Like the top one is Avalanche, under 90. Near Protocol, over 100, not bad. Ton, the Telegram one, was just under 200. None of these charts ever have Polkadot, which sucks because I would be very curious to know if they had measured Polkadot, but they don't consider it a layer 1, so it's never on there. But look, clearly Solana, Sui are in a class of their own right now in terms of speed, and we know that Sui is much younger than Solana. It's only been out a year and also is not shut down yet ever. But in Solana's defense, there is much less going on Sui right now. But an interesting project came out, an interesting experiment was happening in the last couple of weeks. And that was this project here, Spam Sui. So it's basically a meme coin, but the cool thing about it was it's basically an experiment to see how many transactions Sui could do without getting congested. So this was basically a reaction to Solana getting congested. Basically what this was it would create a wallet for you. You would send Sui to that wallet and it would automatically just do transactions on Sui for you. And the more transactions you did, then the more spam you would get. So you were basically minting spam by literally spamming the Sui network, and it was testing to see if the network would sustain itself, and it did with flying colors. So another great fundamental pass here by Sui. So Sui surpasses Solana in daily transactions amidst spam token frenzy. Sui, a blockchain network that targets scalability and low fees, overcame Solana in registered activity, according to Artemis, a blockchain statistics tool. Sui registered over 41 million transactions on April 3rd. Solana on that day, just to compare, had 27.7 million transactions. The overheating in Sui's usage is related to spam, a token used to stress test the capabilities and limits of the blockchain. I think this was just a really cool experiment. Them basically, testing Sui. Sui keeps saying that it's super fast, super secure, and scalable. And they were like, okay, well, let's test it. They did. And there was no problem. Over 65 million transactions were done because of spam, and the network had no problem at all. Now, if you're new to Sui, one of the main differences is that it has its own language called Move. So the way that Ethereum is built with Solidity, or that Solidity is the language that you build smart contracts on Ethereum, they have this Move language. And on X.com, which is actually now, guys, it's actually X.com. It's no longer Twitter.com. They put out this video here, and this is Sam. He's one of the co-founders.
Programming languages, they're not like natural languages. They don't do everything. They're supposed to do one particular kind of task and do that task really well.
It's a 3-minute video. I won't play it here, but if you're interested,
the reason the dedicated language is required for this is because these are tasks.
The language, that Move language, it's just a really quick overview of the 3 main things that makes it different. So I highly recommend you go to X.com, go over to Sui, and just give that a watch if you're curious. If you know, I'm not a huge techie, you know, I'm not a coder myself, but I do like to read as much about it, learn about as much about it as possible, talk to developers when I'm dealing with these layer ones to get a real true sense, okay, like what is it like to develop on these blockchains, especially if they're using their own language, just to really see, like, is it that much different? Is it actually improving on blockchain coding or not? So even if you're not a coder, I definitely recommend giving that a watch if you're interested in learning more about Sui and what makes the Move language different than other blockchain programming languages. In terms of TVL, we're going back up. TVL, over 700 million in TVL on Sui. We did see a dip here recently at the end of March. We dipped all the way down to under 600, but we're back up over 700, no problem. Top 3 are Navi Protocol, Cetus, and Scallop Lend. And that brings me to what I wanted to also talk about in today's video, is just kind of give you a lowdown on some of the top tokens in the Sui ecosystem. I haven't actually done this yet, just so you get a sense of what tokens are out there. If you're someone like me who likes to get super degen, and investing in the layer 1 token is actually not where you want to stop, and you want to go into the ecosystem and invest in the various DApp tokens. Well, one of the issues with Sui right now is that a lot of the dApps have not launched their token yet. Now, that's not really an issue. It's actually one of the amazing things, and why I want to be as in Sui as much as possible and using the DeFi as much as possible, is because there will be a big airdrop season on Sui. I imagine later this year, the way that there has been on Solana over the last few months. But there are some tokens out there, so I'm just going to walk through what I think the top tokens on Sui are, and a couple of them are the ones here. So we've got Cetus, which is one of the DeFi protocols. They have their token out, the Cetus token. And so let's just have a look at the Cetus token. It's sitting here at just over 10 cents, but its market cap is only $28 million. This is the amazing thing about some of these projects in Sui right now, is how low the market cap is versus some of their counterparts on like a Solana. So if we go back to DeFi Llama here, look, Cetus has $137 million in TVL on the platform, and yet its market cap is only 28 million. Its fully diluted market cap is less than what its TVL is. It's fully diluted market cap. So Cetus is, in my opinion, one of the top tokens out there right now in the Sui ecosystem. The other thing that we don't see yet is a lot of Sui tokens on Coinbase or on Binance. To me, again, this is a plus, because once you know those listings will eventually come for the top projects on Sui, at least that's my guess. Sui is just too big of an ecosystem to be ignored. And we saw this with Solana, where at the beginning, these tokens weren't readily available on the big dexes. And then when they became that, then obviously the price jumped up. So Cetus would be one. The second one would be Scallop. So Scallop, again, a DeFi protocol that has just behind Cetus, it's at 100 and almost 35 million in TVL. And if we look at the market cap, its market cap is 18 million. but it's fully diluted is more than Cetus's. It's at close to 150, but still a circulating supply, a market cap of 18 million when you have over 130 million in TVL is pretty amazing. And Scallop is actually, if you look at the chart, it's been very weak since its launch in terms of price, which for me, I see these as opportunities right now. I just don't think, for me with the Sui tokens, I'm not looking at day-to-day price so much, because I just think the whole ecosystem is not getting the attention it deserves. But we have seen the occasional pump in Sui. So for me, I'm hoping that it continues to kind of go under the radar for the next few months or so that I can be as active as possible and accumulate some of the tokens that are out there already. So the third one in terms of DeFi that is out there right now is the Turbos token. Turbos is a DEX that I would probably compare it the most to PancakeSwap. It's the one that has really the degen pools in it. You can see here, that project I was talking about, Spam, Turbos was right on that and created a pool for it. So if you were mining Spam, you could use it here in their pool and get almost 600% yield right now. And great thing about that one is your rewards are actually in Sui. So you're earning Sui as your reward for pooling Spam tokens there with Sui. Yeah, it's kind of the fun pancake swappy, sushi swappy kind of DEX on Sui. And again, this one, weirdly, they don't have a circulating supply market cap on here. They just have the market cap at 0, which is weird. But they do say that the fully diluted market cap is only 30 million. So tiny. But yeah, they don't know what the circulating supply is, so they don't have the current market cap. But fully diluted, 30 million market cap. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So those, in terms of DeFi tokens that are on the market, those are the ones that I like right now. But I'm highly anticipating 2 more. The top 2 ones that I am DeFi platforms, trading platforms on Sui for me right now. Bluefin, this one is huge, and it's Sui token not out yet. And then Aftermath, I've talked about this one a few times on the channel. I love this one too. Again, I'm trying to use it as much as possible to try to qualify for whatever airdrop might be in the future. And again, they've not announced anything, so this is just speculation, but we've seen that on other chains. So I would, it's a pretty good guess that will happen for any of these DeFi platforms that don't have a token yet. So those would be my top 2. I'd also put SuiLend on there as my third, but there is even more than that. There's a bunch of them. That's why I think being in Sui DeFi right now is key. Another project that came out that I want to talk about here is the Hop Aggregator. So this is a DEX aggregator now on Sui, and this has been a cool addition. Basically, instead of using Turbos or Scallop or any of the other DEXs, you can just use Hop Aggregator. It will find you the best price for anything on Sui. And I've been using it, and it's been working very well. Now, in terms of other tokens on Sui that are out now, the top token is really the meme token on Sui. I don't think I've talked about this on the channel yet, but their top meme token is the FUD token. And so this FUD token's been out for a while. One of the first tokens to launch on Sui. By far, it's the top meme coin on Sui. The supply, it's about 40% of the supply is out there in circulation right now. And it, from its all-time high, is had a fairly big correction, and it's been hovering in this range that it's in right now for a fair while, basically since mid-April or so it's been in this range. But before that, it hit an all-time high. So 50% down from its all-time high right now. So this is a token that I've been slowly accumulating in terms of meme. I know on Solana, it can be hard to try to accumulate bonk because it done so well already. But on Sui, because it's so new and stuff, the ecosystem, the FUD token, which is by far the top meme coin, is actually, hasn't run up yet. So you can still kind of accumulate it. So I've been doing that as well. And one last cool feature that I wanted to highlight this week is they rebranded their zksend.com. So this is something that the Sui, I believe Miston Labs built this themselves. Anyway, they've rebranded this to Stashed, getstashed.com. It's a very cool thing. So Milton Labs tweeted this the other day. ZK Send is getting a glow up. Say hi to Stashed, a mobile-friendly web wallet for sending any asset on Sui. Stashed is a great first wallet for those new to blockchain. With its simple process for sending assets, you can get even more of your most non-degen friends up and running on Sui network in seconds. Simply connect your wallet, add your assets into Stashed, generate a claim link, and share that link via text, via email, and whoever has that link, they can sign on through their Google or their Twitch and just claim the assets. This is just an amazing feature. I'm actually going to be trying this out. I'll be doing a little giveaway to one of you Cryptowise viewers. I'm going to try out this Stashed and see. Basically, I'm going to just be sending out links as Easter eggs for people to find. And get some free Sui out of it, and that will be fun. So stay posted for that and keep watching Cryptowise for some giveaway news. But yeah, this is one of the reasons I really love Sui, is how they really are focusing on making blockchain and crypto as accessible and not intimidating as possible. They have this ZK Send feature that anyone building on Sui can use. So it's not just this Stashed feature that they've built, which is awesome, but it's the ZK login that they have. So Sui's ZK login evolves with new multi-signature recovery and Apple account support. So they've had for a long time, if you were building a wallet for Sui or even any dApp, you were able to use the ZK login, where essentially you didn't have to create a wallet that had the key phrases that you had to write down and put in a safe or scatter or give one to 12 of your best friends. You could just log in with your Google or your Facebook, but now they've added Apple to that, and they have Twitch too that you can use. So basically they're using all, and Facebook. So any of the main socials you can use to create a wallet. You don't need to have any key phrases or anything like that. Personally, I like the key phrases. I'm a crypto guy, but I like that they're thinking about how to get non-crypto people into crypto. But then they do talk about, in this article, they talk about the Stash. Very, very cool. So anyway, guys, that is my update this week on the Sui ecosystem. As you can tell, I'm very bullish on Sui, so I'm going to be talking about them a fair bit on this channel. So hopefully, if you're someone that loves Sui, you'll be subscribed to Cryptowise to know that if you want to get Sui news, we're the place to go for your Sui news. But of course, we talk about all the different chains on this channel. We are chain agnostic in terms of what we talk about. So if you're new to Cryptowise, if you're just stumbling upon us because of this video, make sure you go back and watch some of our previous videos. We've been around for a long time, launched this channel in, I believe, the end of September 2020. And we had a ton of fun in the last bull run. And as things are heating up again, it's going to be awesome to talk crypto with all of you once more on a regular basis. Again, reminder, leave comments on the videos, guys. Let me know, what are you into? What do you want me to cover on the channel? What are some of your favorite alts? And in this case, are you into Sui? Are you not into Sui? If you are into Sui, what tokens do you love that are already part of the Sui ecosystem? Or which ones are you most highly anticipating? All right, thanks so much for watching this video. Until next time, I'm Milton saying over and out.